everybody. Hello, my students. Professor Dr. Kimad here. And today, I want to talk about the 3 stages of getting to where I am. To be a PhD holder and so be entitled to be calling yourself a doctor as I am doing. Because you see, many people these days are taking the title qualified. And these lessons which I am teaching is to get a people in actually inviting you to being part of the organization of a people of God. I have tried to teach many times without involving anything else but to teach the Bible and the Quran. And the response I got is that the young men are just not interested in the Word of God. So I asked them myself, how do I encapsulate the Word of God as in the Bible and the Quran, like medicine is put in a capsule? What interests the young man? I ideated the idea of actually encompassing, putting into a capsule the Word of God as seen in the Bible and the Quran by teaching politics. Because I am a professor into political science, governmental studies, and ethics. And the young men, who are the ones I'm looking for, love politics. To what extent? To what extent do they love politics? To the extent that they are ready to pay the price, the ultimate price of their lives to demonstrate. So many of them were killed, and when they were thus killed, I now realized that young men love politics, and that is my line. So, I want you to understand that the way I teach is very different from other people, because I'll teach 3 subjects at one time. I want to use the word cavalier, a person who is cavalier, and also beatific. Then you will be using those words when you are imitating me at your trial, to speak as I am speaking to you today. So, you see, I am now can be heard because the churches have started making noise. I don't have a good place to teach, but the little I have, then I'll teach you. Let me tell you, it's a lesson in political science, governmental studies, and ethics. Why would you be interested in politics? Why would you be interested in governmental studies? Why would you be interested in ethics? That is now what I'm teaching. That as I am speaking now, my house, which was at Kayole, here is in Nairobi for you international listeners. I am speaking in Nairobi. And we have estates. We have an estate called Kayole. And there was an estate within an estate where I had built a house. You can convert that one because it was Kenya shillings, 150 million. On 16th of December, 2024, that house and the house of others were flattened. They were just destroyed. And people thought that I was mad because I laughed when my house was being destroyed. When they asked me, I told them I'm still better than the people of Palestine, where the houses are being destroyed with their children inside, so that the Israeli people, they're supposed to be God's Israeli people. However, their actions, they demonstrate something different. Because you do not kill innocent people. You cannot be God's people and at the same time do things which are contradicting the God you are saying that you belong to. It cannot happen. Look at this. If you look at the word of God at Taurati, they say Torah. They say in the Quran, Taurat. In the Kikuyu, it is Taurati. Taurati. You explain properly. In that book, Numbers chapter 35 and verse 33 says that you defile a land by pouring innocent blood in that land. And that is through the prophet Moses. And he continues to say at Numbers chapter 35 verse 33 that once a land has been defiled thus by pouring innocent blood into that land will never at all, there is nothing at all that can make that land clean. It says clearly so that what can cleanse the blood of a land where innocent blood has been poured is when the blood of the one who poured the blood of the innocent blood, their own blood is poured. Those who do not believe in the word of God, then they don't fear God. And that is why I also teach. Because my students, most of them, English is actually their third language. They have like the Kikuyu language. Then they have the Kiswahili language, which the commoners use. The Koine language of Kenya is Kiswahili. And then the English is for the elitists, the elitist people that could afford to go to school. And therefore, I'm bringing these people up to take over this country from those fat cats that have been given money by the Westerner to impose democracy in the people, saying that it is democracy. Look, this is the word, Cavalier, or whatever you can look into, you can see how it is pronounced. Cavalier. It is that person who shows disinterest in very important matter. So now you have to have as a book. Open a book. Buy yourself a book. Have a book. Your professor has also have a book where you write those words which will be employing and to trying to convince the people who really would be interested in what is happening around them. They are not cavalier kind of people. So you use that word, cavalier.